Hello again, thanks for joining us. I'm here again with Rob. Have you ever thought about those old movies, well, even some modern movies, where you see somebody possessed, that a spirit has actually entered them and they are possessed? They're very scary. But at the same time, we have mediums that do trance mediumship, where a spirit overtakes them. So what is the difference between the possession and the trance mediumship? So Rob, I know you are a trance medium anyway. That's one thing that you do. Explain what the difference is between being possessed by a spirit.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah, and there's a massive difference. It's basically from the start with myself. I was 20 years in trance circles with family members. So in a trance circle, you're sitting there, you're saying the prayers, you're asking your loved ones to draw close, you've asked for protection. And what trance is when a spirit is drawing very, very close to you. And when you do trance, this sounds very scary, but what is taking place when you do trance, it can take a lot of training, is basically spirits are around us all the time. Mm-hmm. We accept spirits around us all the time. Clairvoyance takes place with people when they're linking with spirits, but trance is slightly different because the spirit can be next to you, but they then can come over your body. You're always in charge. You are always in charge. That is part of the training. But you may feel this spirit come over to you, and you may suddenly feel tall or small because you're sensing what the spirit was like when they were on the earth
and
plane.
Taking on their physical, feeling their physical
You're feeling their physical, and then you kind of take a step back, and then their words come out. So this sounds kind of scary. It used to be in circles all the time. I teach it at the moment, and there's no problem with it. That isn't being possessed by the spirit, because you are trained on that one, that you're in charge. You can ask them to leave at any time, and then normally the words that come out always are education, and they're explaining things to you. That was what's taking place in the family circles, what I do now. So that's trance, but in a very controlled situation. The person doing it is safe. It's not something you want to suddenly do. It takes a lot of training to do it, but that is what trance is. Possession is something completely different. And what we need to understand with this is you have your life on the earth plane, but it's around us are good and bad spirits. Okay. People often think, oh, well, you drop dead, you go to heaven, that's the end of it. It isn't. As we explained before, you have free will. So the point is, the average good person, when they die, they will meet their loved ones, they move over, there's no problems whatsoever. But we've done ghosts on here and various ghost stories. The point is, you have free will. There are millions of souls on the earth plane who have died, but they don't want to move on. It is their choice not to move on. They don't understand it, they are confused, whatever it is, millions of souls. But you wouldn't classify them as what people would think as a ghost as such, because they're not in one place.
They're moving around,
these are wandering spirits all over the place, and this is normality. There are spirits coming from heaven, from the other side, who are wandering and helping people. So there's all sorts of spirits going around all the time, which is why when it comes to remove a ghost from the house, it can take quite a bit of work just to sense the situation, first of all, because whatever. The point is, with all people, you walk down the street of a local town, you may see 200 people there. That doesn't mean they're all good people.
Right.
Some of them will be lovely, some of them could be absolutely horrible. And it's the same when they die and the spirits wandering around to us. The situations where I've been involved in, helping people who have been possessed, and you think, well, how do they get possessed? The one I can recall is the main one there. They sit in a circle, training circle, but there's no protection. It's not really a training circle at all. They're sitting in a circle and having a laugh. There is no prayers, there is no protection. They're not asking their loved ones to draw close to them, so their loved ones can't protection. So they're sitting there in a circle like that. It can be a normal circle, it can be with a Ouija board. Whatever it is, Ouija boards aren't evil, but if you've got no protection, no prayers, then with either of those situations, any wandering spirit can jump in.
Right.
Because basically they're being invited, but there is no protection. Your loved one's passed over, you've bypassed your loved ones because your free will is, let's have a laugh. So with this one lady, a spirit came in, a lady came in, and when I say she was possessed by her, it's not like a horror movie on the television. This is the one that I was dealing with. There's all sorts of other stories out there. But basically this woman on the other side had drawn so close to her that it wasn't really her thoughts anymore in her life, and the lady from the other side who was staying with her was almost dictating what she was doing. And this is what's taken place.
Kind of living vicariously through her kind of.
Yes, exactly that. And yeah, it's horrible, absolutely horrible. So that was something that I managed to move on and separate them and whatever. It's just something you have to work out to do. Once you've sensed exactly what the situation is, it can be done, and you have to get through to the person who is being possessed, that it's their free will, to get them to ask the other person to go, because often they don't, because they don't know what's happening.
Right.
So that is possession, if you like, which is totally different to trance. But the point is, with all of us, there's all these wandering spirits everywhere. So I'm not trying to scare people, but you just don't open yourself up and see what happens.
Right, you've obviously got to have due diligence, and the difference is the protection and how you approach those things, right?
100%.
Yeah, 100%, the protection, and just having, approaching things with a serious enough attitude and a respectful attitude, and not just a lark.
This is the problem, is when people think, oh, I saw something on television, let's have a go. No, it's not a good idea. Doesn't mean this is going to happen to everybody, but you need to be aware of it. That's the whole point of it.
Right. And so if people are wanting to explore, we may have some viewers who are very interested, very natural to be interested, and if they're sensing things and they want to explore, just remind us again what the best thing is they can do if they're wanting to explore their mediumship or communing with spirits. What advice
well,
would you give?
You need training in a circle is the main situation, but you also have to use your common sense. You need to find a good circle with a good leader to be trained. And often, we're all different, and often if the people find a circle, oh, at last I found it, and they sit in it and they're not comfortable, something doesn't feel right, leave it, get out.
Right.
Because it may not suit you, that circle, whatever the situation is. But if you can find a medium and they're running a circle, you can sit in the circle and you feel comfortable. You have to trust yourself. If you feel comfortable and you believe in the leader of the circle and what's taking place, then stay in that circle, and slowly but surely you can be trained. When I say being trained, you are opening up your mind, but you are asking for the protection at the same time. So eventually you can end up very good medium, do all sorts of different things as a medium, but all the time you're being protected, and also you're learning, which is the point of these videos. If you have no understanding, you can be in trouble. Mm-hmm. But these videos and what we're talking about today are common sense. This is reality, what's taken place. If you understand that reality, you're more protected already. If you know that there are mischievous or evil spirits around, you will automatically protect yourself because you just tell them to go away. If you believe, like some people do, oh, there's no such thing as bad spirits, there's only good people around you, you're going to be in trouble because they will take advantage of it.
Right, exactly. It is an opportunity, isn't it, for those meddlesome spirits to become involved. And we are running out of time already. So much to discuss about this. Please share your comments again. You may have had some experiences yourself, or whatever Rob has said today. If you've got some comments, let us know. We know your time is precious. We'll see you soon. Bye.